Greetings and welcome back to Deconstructing Divestment. So I'm going to do a video on the pink pill. I just want to say something really quick. If you're a black man listening, it doesn't matter if you don't agree with 100% of what she says, right? I'm not here to try and, I guess, legitimize her or her ideas or her vision or anything. So what I ask is you take your dislike from 100% to 99% at least, and take the 1% that I'm going to analyze, so we could use this information to build a better community. So with that being said, does Pink Pill have a point? Let's go.
Pretty gorgeous, right?
So this is just going to be the audio. The video doesn't match. So,
right? Makes a girl, probably would make a girl feel all warm and fuzzy and feminine, right? And that's exactly what we're talking about today. A lot of people complain that black women who have previously expressed masculine energy when it comes to relationships seem to all of a sudden, out of nowhere, when they get with non-black men, are so feminine. And it's like, I don't understand. Black women are so hard, and they get with a white man and they get all soft, they act different. I have an explanation for this, and when I explain this to you, it's going to make a whole lot of sense. In order for femininity to manifest, there first needs to be a sense of security that the woman feels, a sense of safety, and a genuine interest in her welfare. When a woman, no matter what race, feels safe, secure, and knows that the person that is with her is genuinely concerned for her welfare, then a certain yielding process happens. So femininity, what it is a yielding. It is an abdication of really your own self-protective energies. You are trusting the person you are with enough so that you can yield to that feminine energy, because you don't feel like you need to be responsible for everything. You guys need to understand that femininity.
So basically, this is what a lot of men talk about. A lot of males say they want submissiveness, femininity.
Cannot exist in its real form unless masculinity exists. So the people who want to get on black women about not being feminine and being hard, I want you to go back to what I said at the beginning, that in order for femininity to thrive, there needs to be a sense of security and safety. So I want you to think about a black woman's everyday existence, especially if she's living in neighborhoods that are urban neighborhoods where there's crime, etc., inner city neighborhoods. Walking down the street, being all girly and feminine and yielding and trusting can get you hurt. All right? It is not the right environment to express femininity, because these women do not feel safe. So what
She's talking about black neighborhoods.
What you're seeing when non-black men are dating black women who previously expressed masculine energy, all of a sudden seeming to just change overnight, is that the change and the yielding and the submission happens because they feel safe, protected, and special. So the energy that people feel entitled to having without properly expressing the masculinity is the problem. People want femininity to exist in and of itself. And that is just not the way that it works. The universe seeks a balance, a yin and a yang. So you can't have a truly feminine woman if she's not paired with a truly masculine man. And to ask for black girls and women
security, safety, and well-being
to behave like soft white women who, quite frankly, have more safety and security and a sense that they are special.
Yes, definitely entitled for sure, but that goes into the beauty standard, the fashion industry, the model industry, magazine industry, media, what they put out as a standard of beauty for women, how they uphold it, how they keep it to themselves, how they appropriate other cultures and adopt the aesthetic. So then it's trendy and popular for the beauty standard, the European beauty standard.
More so than black women do is kind of unfair. It's extremely unfair.
So that's pretty much the video now. So there's a couple of ways that we could take the video for sure. There's a couple of ways we can do it, but I'm going to do it in a concise way that looks at all the information historically, social, economically, right? So if there's a problem within the community in terms of safety and security, one could say that that problem is because of anti-blackness. And that person would be correct in saying that because there's been many communities that have been built by a community of black people several times. Uh, The world started with black people starting communities, civilizations, I should say. But I don't even have to go 10,000, 12,000 years back. Really, even in recent times, specifically Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Seneca Village in New York. If we look at what happened in Bruce's Beach with that situation as well too, I guess technically it's just been rectified, but there's been many communities that have been built and that have been destroyed, targeted, gentrified because of a system. So with that being said, because Black people have built communities since time immemorial, have never really stopped building communities, the only answer is to build a community, despite all the problems that is still going on. It sounds kind of redundant. It sounds tone deaf, but with all the knowledge we have now, all the new opportunities in terms of education, in terms of communication with other like-minded people around the world, really, with all these different forms, you can even maybe even look some ways at political inroads that have been built, media, independent media inroads that have been built as well too. It's a different time, but if this problem doesn't start with building a community, and of course, community starts at home, family first in terms of actual households, intact households, two-parent households, right? The idea of community will not take off. There will continue to be chaos. There will continue to be people who want to do different things outside of the Black community, who want to not be associated with the Black community, who want to divest with the Black community. Then we're going to continue to see these things over and over and over again until there's a grip on the community, no matter where we are. even though it doesn't exist currently, no matter where we are, we should be good. That should be the goal, building communities, because even if you look at Canada and Africville, communities were built, but communities were also systematically destroyed. I think it's a different time. People will definitely defend and do things differently. Look at what was done before and everything that happened. And we already have the blueprint. It just needs to be re-implemented. Because, like I said, communities have been built. Black Americans didn't just sit down in the States and do nothing. There was the Freeman's Bank that was systematically destroyed. So many different instances. I mean, you can't look at another group of people and see the same instances. No other group of people have been in the US as long as Black people. Everybody else came later. That's what I have to say. And that's what we need to be taking is rebuilding communities, rebuilding the cornerstones of institutions within the communities, the groceries, the schools, hospitals, and other institutions as well too. I mean, it's already out there. The information is already out there. So that's it. That is the 1%, because without safety and security, there's going to be chaos. You have these different people, you have these different ideas. There's always been different types of ideas that move away from a communal Black collective consciousness. There's always been. Divestment is just the new addition. It's the new way of thinking now instead of thinking Black collectively. And there'll be more, many more after it. So it's not really divestment is the problem. It's really what is the core, which is security, safety, well-being. You have to look in the community. You really have to be real with yourself and what's really going on and the situation we're in now. Many different people are doing many different things for sure. Many different movements and organizations are definitely doing different things all over. I see it, I hear about it, I definitely don't doubt it. But in terms of this idea of security, safety, and well-being, that has to come into control, and then everything else will. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, thank you for opening your mind, taking in that 1%. For me, I don't look at the character or the personality. I take the knowledge. I don't take the knowledge at face value, but if there's a little nugget, a little piece, a little anything, I will definitely take it. It's trying to build a new understanding. If we really want to tackle the problems in a meaningful way, not in a way that we're wasting energy online arguing perpetually into what? How long does it have to be? Like I said, communities have been built by Black people since time and memorial. That's all I'm going to say. Peace.